Hello, let's go for a little wander around the chapel of Toxteth. Paul's wanted to get in here for years and years and years. As you can see, it's the editor's day. So I'm going to film this in HDR. What is this? Wow. Always wanted to get in here. It's amazing. Old Liverpool. Look at this in here. The art sinks there as well. Liverpool. What's that, mate? This is places but I've always wanted to get into. Oh yeah. Look at that. In the toilet and boss. Put that for the window. I should have put on my light. Bit spooky, to be quite honest with you. The art piano.
Richard Mather, during his time as a minister here for 16 years, he never wore the garments. And he preached using the book, but not excusing. So the thing is that there were no inspectors to find out if it was loved by all the people. Then he said, the Archbishop of York in 1634 says, suspended. Right? So eventually, a few months later, he was reinstated. But then they sent them out again, the inspectors, the following year, same thing happened. And at that time, around the country, there were several acts that were not very nice things where people were actually killed, seriously wounded, etc., to do with religious persecution of various types. So Richard Mather took his family and went down to Bristol. And he boarded one of two ships, the James and the Angel Gabriel, and off they went to the New World to to which is now Greater Boston, a place called Dorchester. And when he arrived, the people there had actually just built a great big church, a great big wooden church, about 20 times bigger than this. And they were expecting there the minister all lined up and everything great, and then suddenly, he wasn't available. And Richard Mather steps off the ship, so they went straight in there, and he became the minister there. And he became, and his family and his descendants, very, very influential in American life in the US. Well,
He could have been very young here.
yes. Well, the thing is, he was married and he had 2 children. He ended up having 6 children. But the thing is that his children and grandchildren, sort of increased Mather and Cotton Mather and various others. They founded Yale University and they were on the board of Harvard University, and they put forward the idea of that one should question things in religion. You know, I don't just mean being bolshy, but sort of to have a little bit of freedom of thought. You see, Charles Darwin, for instance, he did The Origin of Species, and that book, he had it done and sitting on a shelf for 12 years before he actually published it. And he only published it because there was an Italian guy who come up with the same ideas, and it would have ended up being, you know, Garibaldi's theory of evolution rather than Darwin's. And the reason he hadn't published it was because he was frightened of the reaction of the church. And that's been so often the cause of things in the history of life, really, in that way. And this place has always been for people who have freedom of thought. God gave us here at the moment, for the last 220 years, it's been Unitarian thought. Right? Now, yes, but, right, okay. But the thing was, after Richard Mather had left, the congregation, there are lots of different, sort of chapels that in Liverpool that for people that move, because when there are changes of thought, some people like them and some people don't. I mean, but the thing is, the way it's always been thought of here is that you were given a brain, and with that brain you can make your own decisions. You don't need to have somebody saying, you must do this, and we are the only. Well, this is a bit different because, the church in the past was, you must, and still today you get people, do this, we're going to kill you. But they don't want to hear that lie. I mean, even the Taliban blowing up statues 1,000 years prior to their religion evolving, why? But, because of intolerance and dogma, this place has always been a kind of a haven for free but, as I say, the thing was, moving on, the school, actually, when it had been there for years, Liverpool was growing around the area of the chapel, and so there were other schools available for the local children, and the schoolmaster at that time had been there for 37 years. With the school having been demolished, it went to that line there where the stone changes to the wood in the floor, and they couldn't just leave a big hole at the end. So they stuck that where the entrance bit that you came in as an extension, strengthened the floor and put this modern miracle, which is the organ, upstairs. And if anybody can play the organ, you're welcome to turn it on and give us a few tunes. But I can't play notes, I'm afraid. So as I say, it's had a very influential sort of history for the people who've gone through it. From little so from small seeds of little acorns, mighty oaks grow there. But yes, but we were talking about, you mentioned dissenters specifically. Obviously, as I say, we had the Civil War, and what happened was Cromwell's troops were stationed here, with it being Gilberton Chapel, in what is now a graveyard, because most of it wasn't there in the graveyard. They built it up over those years. siege to the castle, which there was only Speak Hall just finished here and the chapel, the castle. So anyway, the people of Toxteth were actually given extra wood and things from the forest as a thank you for their assistance in sort of finishing the siege to the castle. But anyway, so when the crown was restored, Charles II, religious freedoms kind of started to come in, and this is actually the...
Do you go down that way? Unitarians don't believe. They only believe in one God, like the Jews and the Jehovah's Witnesses. They believe in Christ. The Son of God is equal with God. Don't believe in the Trinity. So when it was actually there, it was sweet to them. Twice in its own year.
Is it bigger inside or smaller inside? You have to mind here.
I don't know why. I don't know why I never imagined it was upstairs.
You see the windows there.
Cities were they in, which was only just down the road, obviously, you know.
Liverpool.
Oh,
Yeah, because the Unitarian movement, some of them, non-conformist churches decided, well, they haven't had the room in the churchyard.
Yeah, there's no room.
Because I think so. In the end, what the council did, they built these big cemeteries outside the city.
Yeah.
But people still wanted to be their ashes or near the church or the
close to
chapel.
their church.
But what they did was, this is the earliest cremations. All it is, the caskets in there, the family's there, and it's got the date of 1910, which is great. And that big wall down there, that's more cremations, that's from a later date.
Yeah.
And they were built into the wall.
Have you any idea where Alex's grave is? What old spot is? Or was have you got
Actually, he died on his way home from Cambridge.
Right.
He got to Cambridge to get his doctorate.
Yeah.
And at the time, I think it was October, wasn't it? It was shocking. And he got a severe cold. He don't actually, if he got back to the poor family, got no record driving back. Because when you look about the time of 1618, that's what a way of travelling.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, and his family home, if you ever go down after School Park, go on to School Park.
So, that's my little tour of the chapel, which I've always wanted to get in here and see what it's all about. So when I post this, it will be up in 4K HDR. Look at that there, look at that. Look at that. Stunning. At least them days they didn't make shite. Not like today, like. Everything's from effing fucking China. So graves here, look. That's down so. Just thinking, try and get a photo. Sorry guys and girls, started on you. Yeah.
This one here. Oh, dear friend Mr. Harding.
Who's it?
This one here, Mr. Harding, he's the fellow you got to thank for all your streets.
Yeah.
Because those days, when the penny post came out,
Yeah.
if you had a letter, if you lived somewhere,
Yeah.
you didn't always have a number or anything.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So
yeah.
you had the penny post, so you had a post office,
Yeah.
and everybody wanted to go. I think we've got a letter, we'll have to go past the post office, see if there's any mail there for them, roughly where they lived. And the post office got fed up with this, so they hired this gentleman, and he tried to come up with a codes. Plans.
Post, yeah.
And he's
And he's the one.
Yes, that's the dear gentleman, Harding.
Oh.
He came up to Liverpool, he lived here.
Yeah.
And he sorted out the street plan for Liverpool.
Yeah.
Well, it must have been a hell of a job, because then it was a big city.
I know, yeah.
I know it's not as big as Birmingham or Manchester at the present moment.
I know, but
they've really expanded. But
Yeah.
when Liverpool became a city, we were quite big. Yeah. So it must have taken weeks to organise.
Well, probably months.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Bloody hell. Never knew that. How boss is that? Just wondering, was this used to tie up the dogs? Wouldn't be the horses, would it? It's a bit small. Oh, anyway, there's my little tour around here, the chapel. Right, time to get the drone up now. Get some aerial shots. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, see ya. Yeah. There's something, there must have been skinny asses in the 1700s.
Yeah, that little step. Might be a lot of people.